Colorado Springs is a home rule municipality that is the county seat and most populous city of El Paso County, Colorado, United States. Colorado Springs is located in the east-central portion of the state. It is situated on Fountain Creek and is located 60 miles south of the Colorado state capital in Denver. At 6,035 feet the city stands over 1 mile above sea level, though some areas of the city are significantly higher and lower. Colorado Springs is situated near the base of one of the most famous American mountains, Pikes Peak, rising over 8,000 feet above the city on the eastern edge of the southern Rocky Mountains. The United States Air Force Academy is located in Colorado Springs. The city is often referred to as the Springs. The city had an estimated population of 439,886 in 2013, making it the second most populous city in the state of Colorado, behind Denver, and the 41st most populous city in the United States, while the Colorado Springs Metropolitan Statistical Area had an estimated population of 678,319 in 2013. The city covers 194.7 square miles, making it Colorado's largest city in area. Colorado Springs was selected as the #1 best big city and best places to live by Money magazine in 2006, and placed #1 in Outside's 2009 list of America's best cities. History. Ute, Arapaho and Cheyenne peoples were the first to use the area which would become Colorado Springs. Part of the territory included in the United States 1803 Louisiana Purchase. The current city area was designated part of the 1854 Kansas Territory. In 1859, after the first local settlement was established, it became part of the Jefferson Territory on October 24 and of El Paso County on November 28. Colorado City at the Front Range confluence of Fountain and Camp Creeks was formally organized on August 13, 1859 during the Pikes Peak Gold Rush. It served as the capital of the Colorado Territory from November 5, 1861, until August 14, 1862 when it was moved to the Denver city. In 1871 the Colorado Springs Company laid out the towns of La Fonte and Fountain Colony, upstream and downstream respectively, of Colorado City. Within a year, Fountain Colony would be renamed Colorado Springs, and was officially incorporated. The El Paso County seat shifted from Colorado City in 1873 to the town of Colorado Springs. On December 1, 1880, Colorado Springs expanded northward with 2 annexations. The second period of annexations was during 1889-90, and included Seavy's Addition, West Colorado Springs, East End, and another North End addition. In 1891 the Broadmoor Land Company built the Broadmoor suburb, which included the Broadmoor Casino, and by December 12, 1895, the city had 4 mining exchanges and 275 mining brokers. By 1898, the city was designated into quadrants by the North-South Cascade Avenue and the East-West Washington Pikes Peak Avenues. From 1899 to 1901 Tesla Experimental Station operated on Nob Hill, and aircraft flights to the Broadmoor's neighboring fields began in 1919. The Alexander Airport north of the city opened in 1925 and in 1927, the original Colorado Springs Municipal Airport land was purchased east of the city. In World War II the United States Army Air Forces leased land adjacent to the municipal airfield, naming it Peterson Field in December 1942. This was only one of several military presences in and around Colorado Springs during the war. Fashionable suburb. In November 1950, the headquarters area, Colorado Springs, was selected as the Cold War headquarters for Air Defense Command, later renamed Ent Air Force Base. The former WWII Army Air Base, Peterson Field, which had been inactivated at the end of the war, was reopened in 1951 as a USAF base. The 1950s through 1970s saw a continued expansion of the military presence in the area with the establishment of NORAD unregistered trademark S headquarters in the city, as well as the ADCOM headquarters. Between 1965 and 1968 the University of Colorado at Colorado Springs, Pikes Peak Community College and the Colorado Technical University were established in or near the city in 1977. Most of the former NAFB became a U.S. Olympic Training Center. On October 1, 1981, the Broadmoor Addition, Cheyenne Canyon, Ivywild, Skyway, and Stratton Meadows were annexed after the Colorado Supreme Court overturned a district court decision that voided the annexation. Further annexations expanding the city include the Nielsen Addition, and Vineyard Commerce Park annexation in September 2008. Geography. The city lies in a high desert with the southern Rocky Mountains to the west, the Palmer Divide to the north, high plains further east, and high desert lands to the south when leaving Fountain and approaching Pueblo. According to the United States Census Bureau, the city has a total area of 186.1 sq.mi, of which 185.8 sq.mi is land and 0.39 sq.mi is water. Metropolitan area. Colorado Springs has many features of a modern urban area, such as parks, bike trails, and urban open-area spaces. However, it is not exempt from problems that typically plague cities that experience tremendous growth, such as overcrowded roads and highways, crime, sprawl, and government budget issues. Many of the problems are indirectly or directly caused by the city's difficulty in coping with the large population growth experienced in the last 20 years, and the annexation of the Banning Lewis Ranch area to accommodate further population growth of 175,000 future residents. Climate. Colorado Springs has a semi-arid climate, and its location just east of the southern Rocky Mountains affords it the rapid warming influence from Chinook winds during winter but also subjects it to drastic day-to-day variability in weather conditions. The city has abundant sunshine throughout the year, averaging over 300 days of sun per year, and receives approximately 16.5 inches of annual precipitation. Due to unusually low precipitation for several years after flooding in 1999, Colorado Springs enacted lawn water restrictions in 2002. These were lifted in 2005. Colorado Springs is also one of the most active lightning strike areas in the United States. This natural phenomenon led Nikola Tesla to select Colorado Springs as the preferred location to build his lab and study electricity. Seasonal climate. Winters range from mild to moderately cold, with December, the coldest month, averaging 30.8 degree Fahrenheit. Historically, January has been the coldest month, but, in recent years, December has had both lower daily maxima and minima. Typically, there are 5.2 nights with sub-0 degree Fahrenheit lows and 23.6 days where the high does not rise above freezing, and extended sub-zero cold is rare. Snowfall is usually moderate and remains on the ground briefly because of direct sun, with the city receiving 38 inches per season, although the mountains to the west often receive in excess of triple that amount. March is the snowiest month in the region, both by total accumulation and number of days with measurable snowfall. In addition, 8 of the top 10 heaviest 24-hour snowfalls have occurred from March to May. Summers are warm, with July, the warmest month, averaging 70.9 degree Fahrenheit, and 18 days of 90 degree Fahrenheit plus highs annually. Due to the high elevation and aridity, nights are usually relatively cool and rarely does the low remain above 70 degree Fahrenheit. Dry weather generally prevails, but brief afternoon thunderstorms are common, especially in July and August when the city receives the majority of its annual rainfall, due to the North American monsoon. The first freeze in the autumn and the last freeze in the spring on average occur on October 2 and May 6, respectively. The average window for measurable snowfall is October 21 through April 25. Extreme temperatures range from 101 degree Fahrenheit on June 26, 2012 down to a 27 degree Fahrenheit on February 1, 1951 and December 9, 1919. Climate data, Cityscape. Demographics. As of the 2010 census, the population of Colorado Springs was 416,427, and the population of the Colorado Springs Metropolitan Statistical Area was 645,613 in 2010, and the population of the Front Range Urban Corridor in Colorado was an estimated 4,166,855. As of the April 2010 census, 78.8% white, 16.1% Hispanic or Latino, 6.3% Black or African American, 3.0% Asian, 1.0% Native American, 0.3% Native Hawaiian and other Pacific Islander, 5.5% some other race, 5.1% two or more races. Mexican Americans made up 14.6% of the city's population. Non-Hispanic whites were 70.7% of the population, compared to 86.6% in 1970. Economy. Colorado Springs' economy is driven primarily by the military, the high-tech industry, and tourism, in that order. The city is currently experiencing some growth mainly in the service sectors. The current unemployment rate, as of November 2013, in Colorado Springs is 7.3% compared to 6.5% for the state and 7.0% for the nation. Defense industry. The defense industry plays a major role in the Colorado Springs economy, with some of the city's largest employers coming from the sector. A large segment of this industry is dedicated to the development and operation of various projects for missile defense. With its close ties to defense, the aerospace industry has also influenced the Colorado Springs economy. Although some defense corporations have left or downsized city campuses, a slight growth trend is still recorded. Significant defense corporations in the city include Boeing, General Dynamics, Harris Corporation, SAIC, ITT, L3 Communications, Lockheed Martin, and Northrop Grumman. The Space Foundation is based in Colorado Springs. High-tech industry. A large percentage of Colorado Springs' economy is still based on manufacturing high-tech and complex electronic equipment. The high-tech sector in the Colorado Springs area has decreased its overall presence from 2000 to 2006, with notable reductions in information technology and complex electronic equipment. Due to a slowing in tourism, the high-tech sector still remains second to the military in terms of total revenue generated and employment. Current trends project the high-tech employment ratio will continue to decrease in the near future. High-tech corporations with connections to the city include Verizon Business, a telecommunications firm, had nearly 1,300 employees in 2008. Hewlett-Packard has a large sales, support, and SAN storage engineering center for the computer industry. Storage Networking Industry Association is the home of the SNIA Technology Center. Agilent, spun off from HP in 1999 as an independent, publicly traded company. Intel had 250 employees in 2009. The facility is now used for the Centralized Unemployment and Social Services Complex. LSI Corporation designs semiconductors and software that accelerate storage and networking in data centers and mobile networks. Atmel is a chip fabrication organization. Cypress Semiconductor Colorado Design Center is a chip fabrication research and development site. The Apple Incorporated facility was sold to Sean Miner SCI in 1996. Top employers. According to the city's 2011 Comprehensive Annual Financial Report, the top employers in the city are military installations. Colorado Springs is home to both Army and Air Force bases. These military installations border the city, to the north, south and east, aside from Schwer Air Force Base, which is located farther east of the city, still in El Paso County. Fort Carson. Fort Carson is the city's largest military base, and until mid-2006 was home to the 3D Armored Cavalry Regiment, which relocated to Fort Hood, Texas. In 2009, Fort Carson became the home station of the 4th Infantry Division, which nearly doubled the base's population. Fort Carson is host to various training grounds for infantry, armor, and aviation units. Fort Carson is also the headquarters of the 2nd and 3rd Battalions of the 10th Special Forces Group. Peterson Air Force Base. The Air Force has critical aspects of their service based at Colorado Springs which carry on missile defense operations and development. The Air Force Base is a large section of the National Missile Defense Operations here, with Peterson Air Force Base set to operate large sections of the program. Peterson AFB is currently the headquarters of the majority of Air Force Space Command and the operations half of Army Space and Missile Defense Command Army Strategic Command. Peterson is also headquarters for the United States Northern Command, one of the Unified Combatant Commands. USNORTHCOM directs all branches of the U.S. military operations in their area of responsibility, which includes the continental United States, Alaska, Canada, and Mexico. In the event of national emergencies, the President or Secretary of Defense can call upon USNORTHCOM for any required military assistance. Service members from every branch of the U.S. military are stationed at the command. Schver Air Force Base. Schver Air Force Base is home to the 50th Space Wing, which controls warning, navigational, communications and spy satellites. It is also the home of the Space Warfare Center and the home for the 576th Flight Test Squadron. It is the location of the Global Positioning System Master Control Station and GPS Operations Center and the U.S. Naval Observatory Alternate Master Clock, used to synchronize GPS satellite time. Schver is also developing parts of national missile defense and runs parts of the annual war games used by the nation's military. United States Air Force Academy. Bordering the northwestern side of the city lie the vast grounds of the United States Air Force Academy, where cadets train to become officers in the Air Force. The campus is famous for its unique chapel and draws visitors year-round. Most of the Air Force Academy's sports programs belong to the Mountain West Conference. NORAD and Cheyenne Mountain Air Station. The North American Aerospace Defense Command, a component of America's missile defense system, is located in Cheyenne Mountain Air Station. When it was built at the height of the Cold War, NORAD caused some anxiety for the residents in and around Colorado Springs, who believed the installation would be a primary target during a nuclear attack. Although NORAD still operates today, it is primarily tasked with the tracking of ICBMs, and the military has recently decided to place Cheyenne Mountain's NORAD Northcom operations on warm standby and move operations to nearby Peterson Air Force Base. Culture, tourism. The city's location at the base of Pikes Peak and the Rocky Mountains makes it a popular tourism destination. Tourism is the third largest employer in the Pikes Peak region, accounting for more than 13,000 jobs. Nearly 5 million visitors come to the area annually, contributing $1.35 billion in revenue. Colorado Springs has more than 55 attractions and activities in the area, including Garden of the Gods, United States Air Force Academy, the ANA Money Museum, Cheyenne Mountain Zoo, Colorado Springs Fine Arts Center, Old Colorado City and the U.S. Olympic Training Center. The Downtown Colorado Springs Visitor Information Center offers free area information to leisure and business travelers. The Cultural Office of the Pikes Peak region, also located downtown, supports and advocates for the arts throughout the Pikes Peak region. It operates the Peak Radar website to communicate city events. Religious institutions. Although houses of worship of almost every major world religion can be found in the city, Colorado Springs has in particular attracted a large influx of evangelical Christians and Christian organizations in recent years. At one time, Colorado Springs was counted to be the national headquarters for 81 different religious organizations, earning the city the tongue-in-cheek nicknames the Evangelical Vatican and the Christian Mecca. Religious groups with regional or international headquarters in Colorado Springs include, in popular culture, Colorado Springs has been the subject or setting for many books, movies and television shows, and is especially a frequent backdrop for political thrillers and military-themed stories because of its many military installations and vital importance to the United States continental defense. Notable television series using the city as a setting include Dr. Quinn, Medicine Woman and the Stargate series Stargate SG-1, as well as the films War Games and The Prestige. In a North Korean propaganda video released in April 2013, Colorado Springs was inexplicably singled out as one of 4 targets for a missile strike. The video failed to pinpoint Colorado Springs on the map, instead showing a spot somewhere in Louisiana. Sports, Olympic sports. Colorado Springs is home to the United States Olympic Training Center and the headquarters of the United States Olympic Committee. In addition, a number of United States national federations for individual Olympic sports have their headquarters in Colorado Springs, including United States or USA bobsled, fencing, skating, basketball, boxing, cycling, judo, field hockey, hockey, swimming, shooting, table tennis, taekwondo, triathlon, volleyball, and wrestling associations and organizations, and the United States Anti-Doping Agency. The city has a particularly long association with the sport of figure skating, having hosted the U.S. Figure Skating Championships 6 times and the World Figure Skating Championships 5 times. It is home to the World Figure Skating Museum and Hall of Fame and the Broadmoor Skating Club, a notable training center for the sport. In recent years, the World Arena has hosted skating events such as Skate America and the Four Continents Figure Skating Championships. Local teams, professional teams, college teams. The local colleges feature many sports teams. Notable among them are the following nationally competitive NCAA Division I teams: United States Air Force Academy football, basketball and hockey, Colorado College hockey, and women's soccer. Colorado Springs and Denver hosted the 1962 International Ice Hockey Federation World Championships. The Mountain West Conference is based in Colorado Springs. Rodeo. Colorado Springs is home to the Pro Rodeo Hall of Fame and the headquarters of the Professional Rodeo Cowboys Association. Colorado Springs was the original headquarters of the Professional Bull Riders from its founding in 1992 until 2005, when the organization was moved to Pueblo. The PBA used to hold an annual Build Ford Tough Series event at the World Arena from 2001 until 2005, when the organization made the move to Pueblo. Parks, trails and open space. There are 136 neighborhood, 8 community, 7 regional parks and 5 sports complexes totaling 9,000 acres managed by the city's Parks, Recreation and Cultural Services. They also manage 500 acres of trails, which are 160 miles of park trails and 105 miles of urban trails. There are 5,000 acres of open spaces in 48 open space areas. Parks. One of the most popular areas in Colorado Springs is Garden of the Gods. It is a national natural landmark with 300-foot sandstone rock formations against a backdrop of the snow-capped mountains of Pikes Peak. The park offers a variety of annual events. One of the most popular events is the Starlight Spectacular. It is a recreational bike ride held every summer to benefit the Trails and Open Space Coalition of Colorado Springs. Colorado Springs has several major parks, such as Palmer Park, America the Beautiful Park, Memorial Park, and Monument Valley Park. The Austin Bluffs Park also affords a place of recreation in eastern Colorado Springs. Trails. 3 trails, the new Santa Fe Regional Trail, Pikes Peak Greenway and Fountain Creek Regional Trail, form a continuous path from Palmer Lake, through Colorado Springs, to Fountain, Colorado. The urban trail system has more than 100 miles of multi-use trails for biking, jogging, rollerblading and walking. The trails, except Monument Valley Park trails, may be used for equestrian traffic. Motorized vehicles are not allowed on the trails. Many of the trails are interconnected, having main spine trails, like the Pikes Peak Greenway, that lead to secondary trails. Government. On November 2, 2010, Colorado Springs voters adopted a council-strong mayor form of government. The city of Colorado Springs transitioned to the new system of government in 2011. Under the council-strong mayor system of government, the mayor is the chief executive and the city council is the legislative branch. The mayor is a full-time elected position and not a member of the city council. The city council has 9 members total, 4 of which represent one of 4 equally populated districts each. Districts 5 and 6 do not have a direct representative. The remaining 5 members are elected at large. The mayor has veto authority, with the city council having the ability to override a mayoral veto by a two-thirds majority vote. Colorado Springs City Hall was built from 1902 to 1904 on land donated by W. S. Stratton. Education, elementary and middle schools, higher education, bachelor's and graduate degree programs are offered at these colleges and universities in the city. Colorado College, College America, the University of Colorado Colorado Springs, Colorado Technical University, Remington College, Nazarene Bible College, the Citadel campus of Colorado State University Pueblo, DeVoe University, the University of the Rockies. The United States Air Force Academy is a military school for officer candidates. Interlake College is a technical training school. Pikes Peak Community College offers a 2-year degree program. Media. Transportation. Colorado Springs is served by a bus system called Mountain Metro. Although the transit system serves much of the city and its nearest suburbs, it lacks service to many important areas and has only limited hours of operation. Colorado Springs is served by the Colorado Springs Municipal Airport. In the state of Colorado, only Denver International has more passenger traffic. The airport has experienced a higher recovery rate in the post-September 11 era than the rest of the country and is in the process of expanding its maintenance facilities, taxiways, and runways to accommodate future growth. In 2005 it served approximately 2 million passengers. Colorado Springs is part of a consortium of cities trying to build the Front Range commuter rail. Major highways and roads. Interstate highways. Colorado Springs is primarily served by 2 interstate highways. I-25 runs north and south through Colorado, and is in the city for nearly 18 miles, entering the city south of Circle Drive and exiting north of Northgate Boulevard. In El Paso County it is known as Ronald Reagan Highway. US 24 runs across the Central Mountains, through the city, and onto the plains. From west to east in Colorado Springs, US 24 follows the western portion of Cimarron Street and the Midland Expressway, a 2-mile concurrent section with I-25/US 87 between exits 139 and 141, part of Fountain Boulevard, an expressway called the Martin Luther King Bypass, part of South Powers Boulevard, and the easternmost portion of Platte Avenue out of the city. State highways. A number of state highways serve the city. State Highway 21 is a major east side semi-expressway from Black Forest to Fountain. It is widely known as Powers Boulevard. State Highway 83 runs north-south from Denver to northern Colorado Springs. State Highway 94 runs east-west from western Cheyenne County to eastern Colorado Springs. State Highway 115 begins in Core plus or minus on City and runs up Nevada Avenue. US 85 and SH 115 are concurrent between Lake Avenue and I-25. US 85 enters the city at Fountain and was signed at Vinatucci Boulevard, Lake Avenue, and Nevada Avenue. County and city roads. In 2004, the voters of Colorado Springs and El Paso County established the Pikes Peak Rural Transportation Authority and adopted a 1% sales tax dedicated to improving the region's transportation infrastructure. Together with state funding for the Colorado Springs Metro Interstate expansion and the I-25 interchange with Highway 16, significant progress has been made since 2003 in addressing the transportation needs of the area. Currently the city is trying to overcome a $23.3 a million budget gap created by falling sales taxes and rising expenses. Several suggestions have been made to create a loop around the city, though none have been implemented. To manage congestion, the city implemented 2 graded separated intersections at Powers and Woodman and at Austin Bluffs and Union. A 3rd interchange was completed in 2011 at the Woodman Road Academy Boulevard intersection. In early 2010, the city of Colorado Springs approved an expansion of the northernmost part of Powers Boulevard in order to create an Interstate 25 bypass commonly referred to as the Copper Ridge expansion. Walkability. A 2011 study by WalkScore ranked Colorado Springs 34th most walkable of 50 largest U.S. cities. Notable residents. Sister cities. Sister cities of Colorado Springs include, Fujiashida, Japan, Kaohsiung, Taiwan, Smolensk, Russia, Bishkek, Kyrgyzstan, Novokosas, Mexico, Bankstown, Australia, Palmas, Brazil. Colorado Springs Sister City organization began when Colorado Springs became partners with Fuji Yoshida. The Toria Gate erected to commemorate the relationship stands at the corner of Bijou Street and Nevada Avenue, and is one of the city's most recognizable landmarks. The Toria Gate, crisscrossed bridge and shrine, located in the median between Platte and Bijou Streets in downtown Colorado Springs, were a gift to Colorado Springs, erected in 1966 by the Rotary Club of Colorado Springs to celebrate the friendship between the two communities. A plaque near the Toria Gate states that the purpose of the sister city relationship is to promote understanding between the people of our two countries and cities. The Fuji Yoshida Student Exchange Program has become an annual event. To strengthen relations between the two cities, the Colorado Springs Youth Symphony regularly invites the taiko drummers from the city to participate in a joint concert in the Pikes Peak Center. The orchestra played in Bankstown, Australia, in 2002 and again in June 2006 as part of their tours to Australia and New Zealand. Also, in 2006 and 2010, the Bankstown TAP performed with the Youth Symphony and the Colorado Springs Children's Chorale as a part of the annual In Harmony program. A notable similarity between Colorado Springs and its sister cities are their geographic positions. 3 of the 7 cities are also located near the base of a major mountain or mountain range. See also: Pikes Peak Library District, References, Explanatory Notes. Citations. External links: City of Colorado Springs website, Colorado Springs Fine Arts Center, Colorado Springs Travel Information, Colorado Springs Convention and Visitors Bureau, Early Capitol and Legislative Assembly locations, Garden of the Gods,